YouTube, you know what it is. TSJ Starbucks. I've been supposed to shoot this video, like always. Life happens, it's Christmas time. I'm working like crazy. My daughter's birthday is like literally 3 weeks after Christmas, so make sure I get all that in order. I just want to get this video out because this is very overwhelming to me. I've never done this before, and I don't think I'll ever do it again. As you can look in the background, you can see a few Air Force Ones, all whites. Uptowns, G-Fazos, whatever they call them these days. There's a lot of them in the background, right? That's not even scratching the surface of how many just white Air Force Ones I got. All these white boxes are Air Force Ones, but those are the ones y'all seen in the last video. I think I'm gonna do an updated video of all the Air Force Ones I made because I made a whole lot more. Some, when I made that video, I didn't even know I didn't include in the video, so we'll do that for another time. But I wanted to do this video only because I got 2 different pairs of all white Forces, and I didn't really think it was that much of a difference until I actually broke it down and I look at them side by side. It's mind blowing. But I want to get into some honorable mentions right now. We'll just get into it, right? Let me get into this first one. This one released, and as y'all can see, this is the old school Nike box. Kids may not know, but Nike went, just like Jordan, went through an iteration of different boxes. As you can see, we got the orange Nike box. Everybody remember? I think that was for basketball and sportswear. Where's another? We got this box. I think this is just for the right. This is the newest. I think this is the last box they made so far. You're gonna see another box once I do the comparisons. I know I got another one. You see this one? I want to pull it out because the sneakers on top of it, but even though this is a Jordan box, this also is just a regular Nike box that was putting Jordans in these before he started transition to like his own solo thing. And I think that's about it. Well, I guess this is an honorable mention. I can't even get it out. It's Strong Brothers phones. I gotta really do this shit over. But anyway, like I said, it's an old school Nike box. I think this was the Sports Bear box back in like 2000, 2001. I'm kind of confused by this release. I don't know if this is modeled after the 2001 version of Air Force One or the OG back in the 80s, because the presentation and the colorways that came out is based off the OGs back in the 80s. But it comes with this special paper. It says, let me see if I can see it without the shoes falling out. Basically says Air Force One all over it. I believe this is like the ad campaign from the 80s, not because we didn't have this in 2000. That's why I say I think this shoe was modeled after the 80s versions, but they put them in low top forms. But this is the Carolina Blue version. This was the original colorway back in the 80s. And the reason I'm so hyped about this, first of all, I love this colorway. I was waiting for this colorway to come out. Well, let me explain it. Basically, they're doing a program called Color of the Month for the Air Force Ones, and they're releasing all the, amongst colorways, they're releasing all the OG colorways that came out in the 80s when the Air Force One was discontinued. And then, like, if y'all read, y'all gotta look it up on YouTube or go Google it. They had the I-9 corridor, basically all these stores from like different cities, Baltimore, New York, and a couple other places, all like petitioned for the Air Force One to come back because they said customers and people locals who will come in will always be asking for them, but Nike discontinued them. So if those stores didn't fight for that shoe to come back, we may not have them right now. And they call, I guess it was called, the program was called Color of the Month because they would give you one colorway, and I think it was just to these stores, not nowhere else. So you had to travel to Baltimore, New York, and maybe Philly. I'm not sure. I gotta look it up myself. But these certain stores was the only stores that got these Air Force Ones, and everybody would travel from all over to get them, and they were all in high top form, like not the mid top, the high top form, and they would only get one color per month. And this was one of the colorways. It was a white and chocolate, a white and red, all white, and I really don't remember the other colorways, but I know this was the one colorway from that I love. This is actually how they came back in the day. It didn't have the Nike check with the, you know how it go now. This is how it looked back in the day. And it will come with these special tags. I think this is from, because this particular shoe came from overseas. So it got a bunch of like, let me make sure. Yeah, got a bunch of like Chinese writing and stuff. And it came with a damn toothbrush, which bugged me out. And this is the Air Force One like brochure. I love hang tags. And the actual, it says swoosh 1982, so that's why I know that this was modeled after the 80s version, but that's why I don't understand why it came in this box, because if I'm not mistaken, this box was not in the 80s. It was only in like the early 2000s. But the leather quality on these are ridiculous. They don't put this leather on Air Force Ones like that no more, unless it's like a bespoke or like a special edition one. But like the regular joints they sell in the store, they don't put this leather on there. This leather is just buttery. Now, this is just an honorable mention. Like, again, I was waiting for these to come out forever. They had no like release date or anything like that. They just happened to pop up on the sneakers app. And which the crazy thing about it, which I don't know why they were bugging, they charge $150 for each colorway, which I am not paying. I'm sorry. I've never paid more than $100 for any Air Force One. And I don't even like paying $100 because I'm used to paying, I'm old now. Back in the day, I'm used to paying $85 to $90 for a pair of Air Force One. I get it. The demand went up. People are actually reselling them, even dirty versions. So Nike want a piece of that. But $150 is bugged out. And they never sold out. They just went down in price. Every one I got, you're going to see, I paid no more than $90 for them. I got these for $90 shipped. Now this one, I just want to get it out the way. Maybe I'll do a video on it when I do the IDs. I made another ID because I had seen the the Virgil, God rest his soul, the Virgil Louis Vuitton Air Force One collection. I ain't a real fan of them. Like, I'm not no hype. Even if I can't afford them, but even if I had the money to afford them, I don't really like none of them. The purple one was cool. The red one was cool. Like, all the solid color ones is cool. I don't like the ones like the all gold ones. And the best one we know we can't even get our hands on is I forgot. It basically has the Louis Vuitton print on it, the checkerboard print. And those, I believe, didn't release to the public. They were auctioned off. But those are beautiful. The packaging, I love all that. But the shoe itself, I'm not a fan of. I don't need those imprinted LV logos, whatever. But I was happening on Instagram one day. And it's like one of them pages that like have some samples, PEs, and never released shows, and they were just showing like certain ones. I just happened to scroll and seen this bright yellow, and I looked. It was a Louis Vuitton Virgil Air Force One, all yellow and white, but it wasn't released. I think it was friends and family, whatever. I fell in love. I was like, oh my god, I don't care about the LV logos and all that. If they just regularly released that, I want it and I need it. Couldn't find it nowhere. So the next best thing, Nike ID. And at one point, Nike ID, like, they always have Air Force Ones on there, but they don't, like, they keep switching up the colors and the materials. So I'm like, I'm just gonna try my best. And thank God they put new colors and new materials on there, and they had yellow. So I didn't waste no time. I want to write the work and made them. And these things are beautiful. And the crazy thing about these is these have the quality of those blue ones I just showed you. Like, the leather, I hope you can see it. The leather is just beautiful on these things, man. And I don't really be having like no tags. Like, you know my name, Starbucks, and like Snipe and all that, but it doesn't fit on the back. All you can get is 3 characters. So I have this tag. I don't know if I said it before, but I just say, like, because people always ask me what inspired this colorway, what inspired you to do this. I'd be like, just cuz. I just like the color. So I just start putting just cuz on all my IDs. And if I feel like I want to change it up and put something special, I always like say just something. So this one is just yellow. Of course, I can't get the whole word on there, so I just abbreviated it. And I have some like, I'll talk about that another time. I got one that I'm working on right now. Man, I want to wear these today, but I just got a jacket for it, but it's not the same exact color. But I'm gonna figure something out. But this probably be the first ID I feel as though I'm going to make 2 pairs. I need another pair of these, like, now. Okay. Now, this is the other box I was telling you about. This is what the Air Force One usually come in, but for some reason, they're like, yeah, it's just the Air Force One box, but those didn't come in it, so I don't know. But I just want to hop into that. I don't even care about these no more. All white Uptowns. The leather on these are pathetic. It's terrible. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like plastic. It's so freaking hard. Now let me show you the other ones. The color of the Mutt drinks, they made an all white one. So I was buying these up before them blue ones came out. Nobody wanted these. They were going for like $90 a pair. So I bought as many as I could. I think I bought I bought 3 pairs. And is it 3? Yeah, I bought 3 pairs. And I'm working on 2 more. And I have 5 pairs of the regular release because I got those from a special place. Way cheaper than $110 they go for. But I'm at the point I'm going to give a pair to my brother. And then I'm going to give the rest. I'm going to just sell the rest or to get my money back to get these. I'm focusing on buying as many pairs of these as I can because these are, I don't feel as though they're going to constantly re-release these like they do the regular ones. So I'm going to get as many of these because the leather is, whew. Look at that leather. That leather is beautiful. Granted, people don't like their Air Force One creasing. That's why I want so many pairs. So I don't have to worry about that. But let me see if I can get it side by side. You can kind of tell the whites are a little bit different and the laces. But that toe is killing me. You don't even move, but you can clearly see a wrinkle all over that. But just wanted to do that so I can start wearing these. But the next video is probably going to be, I don't know when, but I'm going to try to do a pickup of all the shoes I got this year because I don't remember what I put in my last videos. I'm not going back to watch them because I picked up a lot more over my vacation. I'm picking up a lot more now, and I'm kind of regretting I did sell my lost and founds until I didn't need them. But I came up with a concept after I sold them. I was like, damn, I should have kept them because that concept would have been dope. So I'm gonna look for a used pair and maybe sell a shoe or 2 because I'm not paying what they go for. But see you on the next one.